Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Reed Spencer. I'm a project manager for Cherokee Construction, and today I'm going to talk to you guys about how we're going to get you guys in your building 17 days early. So Bill, to my understanding, there are three primary components that you want to have for this proposal, and that is that you want to have a building that is safe for all patrons, that they can gamble in. You want to move the schedule back 17 days forward, and meaning that we would get a certificate of occupancy for the casino November 30th, and that you want to have all minor items completed prior to the certificate of occupancy November 30th. So I'm going to tell you guys how we're going to get there. So just to establish a little bit more context for the project, I've outlined some of the key players that are in this project, and that is the Chickasaw Band of Indians, which is the governing group over the Chickasaw Gaming Authority, being you guys, and then beneath you guys is us, the Cherokee Construction firm, who has carried out the construction of the project. And then next to us, you'll see we have the Tucker Architectural Group, and they are the design firm for the project. And then beneath us, the Cherokee Construction, you'll see some of the major subcontracted parties, being the mechanical, electrical, and plumbers. So as you can see, I've outlined some of the critical challenges that we will be facing in order to get early occupancy for the casino. I won't go too much into detail on all of these, however I will outline them in the rest of my presentation. So starting with the first one, the Chickasaw Travel Fire will not certify the building because the fire system is a closed loop system that extends all the way from the casino to the parking deck to the tower and so forth. So in order to get certificate of occupancy, we need to have the entire fire protection system done. Well, that's not going to be the case because we're looking at a CO of February 14th for the hotel. So what we have to do is we're going to close the system, and then after that we're going to have someone come out and test the system, and then we're going to have a representative from both Cherokee Construction and the Chickasaw Gaming Authority, and they're going to execute an agreement notifying that, certifying that the system was passed for the inspection and the test that was done. And then there will be a 50% and 50% joint split of liability for the system, and any claims that are made will be split between Cherokee Gaming Authority and Chickasaw Gaming Authority and Cherokee Construction. So now we've covered the Chickasaw Travel Fire not certifying the closed loop system, and now we're going to talk about how we're going to reprimand the safety concerns with the construction going on while we're going to CO the casino. So you'll notice right here we've put together a safety plan that will be implemented to keep the building safe. And what we're going to have is we're going to have, at every egress, we're going to have temporary signage indicating that is the point of egress. We're going to have fire extinguishers at every location that is latest to code. And then in addition to that, we're going to have maps that outline the egress patterns, egress paths that can be taken. And then any exterior paths are going to be fenced in and paved to prevent any injury or anyone being exposed to an active construction site. So now that we've dealt with the safety and the fire system, we're now going to talk about the labor acceleration, creating concerns for craftsmanship quality. And so we're proposing that we're going to take the labor force from the hotel, a portion of the labor force from the hotel, and we're going to move them to the casino. And with this labor force, we're going to have 2 shifts working every day, day and night. This will require a little bit of pull from you, Bill. We're going to need to get you to get us a permit to work day and night with the Chickasaw Band of Indians. And so hopefully upon you getting that, we're going to be able to have 2 shifts of work, a night shift and a day shift. And this is going to ensure that there's going to be quality production hours through all parts of the day. And so now that we've discussed those 3 challenges that we're facing. We're not going to talk about the minor items list. That is still going to be somewhat of an issue for us. And in order for us to reprimand this, we're going to take on a few more project engineers of ours off of other jobs, and we're going to move them to this job. So we're going to have one person manning the MEP trades, making sure that they are getting their solutions to their minor items. And then we're also going to have another project engineer who's going to be working on the building envelope and the interior finishes. This is going to ensure that the interior finishes are good, as well as all mechanical, electrical, and plumbing items are going to be completely resolved before the CO date of November 30th. Okay, and last but not least, there's still one other challenge that faces us getting the early CO, and that's going to be from you guys. We're going to need to make sure that the staff is well trained before we get into, before the casino can have its grand opening. And this is not really something that pertains to us as much. However, we want to make sure that you guys are looking out for, that we're looking out for your needs as well. And so in order to get the staff the training that it needs without being on the dangerous job site, what we propose is that the staff could be taught at the Deer Run facility during the weekdays when the crowd is a little bit less. And we also kind of put together a fun idea where we could have the staff open up on a dead day right before the grand opening, and we could have all of the labor force and all of the project teams come together and kind of have a fun mock casino event, and would be a great training for the staff, and then it would also be good incentive for the labor force to do good work and really take pride in what they're doing. And so now that we've covered all the issues and challenges, I'm going to kind of dive into a little bit how this is going to be a win-win for both parties. And I'm sure that you guys have already seen it. So here are the solutions, kind of in a nutshell. We're going to have we're going to close the system to the casino alone, and we're going to have it tested, and both parties are going to be on board with that. For the egress and the safety, we're going to have it rerouted, and we're going to make sure that egress paths are paved and that they are fenced so that patrons are going to be not exposed to any construction activities. And then we're going to be working double shifts. This is going to ensure that people are well rested, they're not exceeding too many work hours for the week, and that they're going to be productive in both day and night. And then fourth, we're going to have the minor items well manpowered with two of our best project engineers who have between the two of them at least 10 years of experience, and it's really going to flow nicely. It's not our first time doing this. And then fifth, your staff is going to be well trained. They're going to get the training they need at Deer Run, and we're also going to have a fun event that's really going to kind of cap off the CO of the casino. So we're really looking forward to it. We feel that we've kind of tied up all loose ends with this plan. And so now just a little bit more information about what we've done. Earlier in the project, we had a $50,000 change order that added 0 days of the project. We had a $350,000 change order where the parking deck was going to be rerouted, and that added 0 days to the project. So you've seen what Cherokee Construction is capable of doing. You've seen that we really get low and we grind hard, and it's something that we take pride in, knowing that people are going to see our work, and we just want to extend just the stamp of quality that we're really putting on this. And so last but not least, there's going to need to be a little bit of compensation for the liability that we will be incurring for the duration of the early CO acceleration. And that's going to require us to get the $25,000 that is stipulated in the agreement for the contract documents that have already been executed earlier on the project phase. And in addition to that, for each day that we're early, we're also going to need a lump sum payment of $375,000 to cover all costs associated with ramping up our labor force, as well as the potential liabilities that we incur, as well as our additional office management staff that we'll have to take on for the minor items. And we feel that this is this is a good solid number, and we feel that it's definitely going to be profitable for both of us, because you're really getting a great value based upon, just the estimate that we put together for, the additional labor and any other costs associated with the accelerated work. And so one thing that we do also ask is that the hotel be pushed back from the CO date from February 14th to February 20th due to the labor that we're going to have to pull from the hotel. However, this shouldn't really affect your revenue stream, and we feel that that is also fair. And then so this is your incentive. This is all the wins that you're taking away from this. We're incurring liabilities, and in the same regard, you are taking wins away from this. And that is that you are only responsible for 50% of any claims from the fire protection system in the event that it may malfunction. However, you will have your guy certified, and he will be there when it's tested. So we know that it will be a working system. Both parties will. And then all of the safety, egress, minor items, craftsmanship, quality, and then the remaining 50% of the fire protection liability is going to be all incurred by us. And that's really us putting our stamp on it, and knowing that we do quality work, and we stand by it. That's why we're willing to go 50-50 on the fire protection system. And last but not least, compensation to Cherokee Construction is jointly proportional to Cherokee's risk in this strategy. And so I was saying earlier that we feel that our compensation strategy is fair. However, it is negotiable. And I would like to now open the table to you, Bill, and get your input. Thank you.